Time to wake up. It's Saturday morning. Find some milk and cereal. Grab a bowl and spoon. No, a bigger spoon. Head to the living room and take a seat on the floor while Joseph and Chris present to you Saturday Morning Cartoon!
Hello everybody, welcome to Saturday Morning Cartoon Boom! This is a show where we wake up the Saturday morning sun, pops on the floor with a big bowl of sugary cereal, watch all your favorite cartoons, both old and new. I'm Joseph.
And I helped.
What? Wait, what is that from?
It was I think it was Shake and Bake.
Oh, yeah, that's very dated.
Does anyone remember Shake and Bake out there?
I feel like you've aged us way more than we already have, and half the audience isn't going to understand this.
I'm Chris, and I promise I'm not a boomer, but like I'm starting to feel like spiritually, maybe I am. I don't know.
Hey, remember, hey, Mikey, he likes it.
Yeah, I do. Oh, God, why do I remember that, though?
That was like before our time.
Yeah,
a little bit, I think.
We shouldn't have even been alive yet when that was a thing.
We don't remember these things. We just remember we remember them as nostalgia.
It's
from other people.
Yeah, it's in the DNA. You know how like they say that like the DNA of like everyone's ancestors all the way back from when we all came out of like Africa and stuff, like we still have memories locked into that DNA from them back then. It's the same thing with like annoying commercials from like the 50s and stuff. It's in the DNA now.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh yeah, the Life Alert lady. Where's the beef? What else can we
fill this episode with old commercials? Why? Why are we doing this?
I don't know.
This has nothing to do with the show.
Final one, because we need to make sure the next generation gets this one. Crossfire! You get caught up in the crossfire!
Crossfire!
There it is.
I remember that.
Yep. Everyone remember that. Stick it in your DNA. File it away for later.
Mr. Bucket.
Oh,
I'm not
God.
going to sing that song.
I used to make
so inappropriate.
Yeah, there's so many inappropriate jokes to make about Mr. Bucket. It's great. I used to do that all the time. Oh, yeah. My name's Chris.
We'll stop there. We'll cut it off.
My name's Chris. Hi.
And this morning, surprisingly, we did not just watch commercials. We watched Ever After High.
So thank you, Artzy. That's a cute name. ArtzyOpal.
ArtzyOpal.
But
like
Artzy is spelled with a Z.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it a 90s kid, maybe?
I don't know, but I like it. I like the name. This was interesting. I don't necessarily mean it in a bad way, but it was interesting.
Let me tell you first, like, this was way shorter than I thought it was going to be episode-wise.
Yes,
like, when I threw it on, I was like, am I watching the right thing? Because this is, like, 3 minutes long.
Oh, same for me. So, like, the first episode, we usually do the first episode. It wasn't, like, technically the first episode, but, like, when I looked up information on this thing, it cites, like, instead of seasons, they're, like, chapters, and it starts, like, chapter 1.
We started chapter 1. We should have started at the beginning, which was before chapter 1.
Chapter 0 is when we should have done the prequels. It's the only time I'm going to say we should have watched the prequels. Should have done that, but we didn't. So I was a little lost on a few things. But hey, but we did get to play a really fun game that I forced you to play. It wasn't like you got to. It was I made you.
You woke me up from a nap to play this game.
Yeah, which was I went through and I selected names of some of the many characters from the show, and I made Joseph guess who the famous parent of that character was. These are all like legacy characters, descendants of fairy tale and folktale people. So you'll find that towards the end of this episode, before we announce what we're going to watch for the next episode. You can find that game, but we got other stuff to take care of first. Let's do the business.
So the show Ever After High aired from 2013 to 2016, and this is based off the Ever After High doll line, which was released in 2013. It spawned a web series, a film, and a 5-book series. So the web series technically is what we watched, and it was created by Mattel, produced by Mattel, ran for 4 seasons, 68 episodes, on YouTube originally, on Nickelodeon at some point, and then on Netflix it was compiled. These webisodes were compiled into like longer episodes, I guess. So it's renamed on Netflix, and I saw it on there, and but it's not what we actually watched because there is continuity to it, from what I understand, and the webisodes chain into one another. but we just watched like single webisodes, not this compilation like Netflix has. For a short synopsis, the students of all the fairy tale characters attend Ever After High, where they are either royals, which are students who want to follow in their parents' footsteps, or rebels, students who wish to write their own destiny. Now, originally, I thought that rebels were the evil ones, but it
Same.
almost is like the other way around. Not really. Like, there's no like preset evil, but there kind of is. It's weird. We'll talk about it. Who are some of the actors who played in this show?
All right, so there's a billion. There's a billion actors. So to save us all some sanity, some heartache, all that stuff, I went with the most reoccurring characters and listed those actors. Otherwise, this is going to be the entire episode. But the voice of Madeline Hatter was provided by Cindy Robinson. The voice of Sparrowhood, provided by Todd Habercorn. What a name. The voice of Milton Grimm, provided by Jamison Price. The voice of Duchess Swan, provided by Stephanie Shea. The voice of Ashlyn Ella was provided by Laura Bailey for several episodes, and then also Karen Strassman. And Karen Strassman also was the voice of Melody Piper. Both Applewhite and Cedar Wood were voiced by John Keel Good. Lizzie Hartz was voiced by Wendy Lee, and Raven Queen and C.A. Cupid were voiced by Aaron Fitzgerald. And that's as much as I want to do because there's just so many. There's so many. I don't want to do this all day.
So for a few tasty marshmallows out of our big bowl of Ever After High cereal, this was created before Disney's more popular franchise, Descendants, from 2015, which I've never heard of, so it can't be that popular.
I've actually heard of it, believe it or not.
You have heard of it. Okay, apparently they have a similar story.
Yeah, so when I was explaining to Rochelle what we were watching for this week, she was like, when I said Ever After High and I started explaining it, she's like, wait, isn't that Descendants? I'm like, uh-oh, no, I don't think so. And then she had to explain, and then I looked it up. I'm like, oh, man, yeah, okay.
Okay, but before this, had you heard of Ever After High before?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Yeah. This also happens in the same universe as Monster High.
Yeah.
Since they were both created by Mattel. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool. And we do know that there's the one character that goes between both.
Yeah. C.A. Cupid was brought over from Monster High. Or was he brought to Monster High or from Monster High?
So she transferred, I think, from Monster High to Ever After High. So that's kind of fun.
Nice. Yeah, the little multiverse there. Or what is it? The shared universe.
Shared universe. Which I just found something. Okay, hang on a second. Can I blow your mind real quick with something off topic?
Please do.
I found out that Rick and Morty share the same universe as Gravity Falls. Did you know that?
Wait, really? What are your sources? Where'd you see this?
The internet. No.
Which you can believe everything there. Okay.
So apparently a character in Gravity Falls, there's a bunch of portals and multiverse kind of stuff happening over there. If you haven't seen it. I just finished watching it last night, so it's fresh on my mind. There's a point where a portal opens up in Gravity Falls, and Stan, a bunch of his stuff falls through it. It's like a coffee mug, a notepad, and a pen or something like that. And then in an episode of Rick and Morty, in one scene, a random portal opens up and those three items fall through it.
Oh.
Isn't that weird?
So it's kind of a shared universe, but it's a different multiverse?
I think it's like a connected multiverse sort of thing.
Huh.
But yeah, there's a connection between Gravity Falls and Rick and Morty. So there you go.
Interesting.
Which makes sense because like those shows are so similar in different ways. Like Rick and Morty is like the adult version of Gravity Falls in that kind of way.
True. Okay, yeah, I'll have to like look into that more. I'm not caught up on either of them, so, that's my bad.
It's so good. It's so good.
I know, they both are.
Back to this show.
Last marshmallow I have is my favorite character name, Gingerbread House, does not get a pet. Does not get a pet because everyone thinks that her mother will eat the pet. So
yikes.
I guess the way that they do those like doll lines where they also have like, okay, this time they come with pets. I guess Gingerbread House doesn't get one. And in the lore, it's because they're afraid her mom would eat it.
That's funny. Okay, I like that a lot. If you were wondering like why is there a character named Gingerbread House, stick around for when we play the little game, and you're gonna hear some fun stuff about Gingerbread House. And a lot of the other characters, like it's some crazy stuff.
Yeah, because these episodes go by so fast that I didn't really catch the names. They didn't even say the names of some of these characters. I didn't really know who I was like looking at half the time.
Yep.
So
I had to look up episode descriptions to figure out who was involved.
Right, yeah. So I guess let's go ahead and jump into the episode we watched for today's show. The very first episode, highest rated episode, and finally a random listener chosen episode. Order may vary depending on how the episodes fall chronologically, but of course I have to start with the very first episode, which was Stark Raven Mad, season 1, episode 1. Well, okay, chapter 1, episode 1, which was actually like episode 4 or 5, but for the sake of right now, it's chapter 1, episode 1. Headmaster Grimm and Baba Yaga try their best to anger Raven into becoming the evil queen with the help of Briar, Apple, Maddie, and Lizzie, but Raven turns Headmaster Grimm into a chicken instead. Man, that's the whole episode. I just told you the whole episode.
They just told the entire thing. That's the only thing that happened.
That's it. Well, let's go into it a little bit. Okay, so
the next episode. No, I'm kidding. Well, first of all, how do you feel about the intro song to this one?
They told you everything was waiting for you. I'm telling you, I was okay with it. I was fine with it because it reminded me of something. I'm trying to put my finger on it.
I kept feeling like is this some Selena Gomez? Is this what the kids are talking about when they say Selena Gomez? I don't know.
Did they Selena Gomez us?
Yeah.
I don't know. How'd you feel about it?
It is a very default teen pop song sound.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you that much, which makes sense for the target audience in a way, because I guess the target audience is I would assume young girls or like maybe preteen girls. So that's like that age where they're like, that's the kind of music that they're starting to get into. We got to hook them quick. So they did that. Makes sense. But I didn't want to like the song, but I can't not like it. It's just catchy.
The song has stuck with me for days, and I keep like singing. I sing it in my head accidentally. When my mind's just wandering, that song pops into my head. It like fades in. I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
And I can't stop it.
Like, I don't like pop music, which is the most hipster thing I think I've ever said. I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't listen to top 20s or whatever, who they are, but I still, this one's catchy. So there we go.
So it starts with Kitty asking the Pied Piper, who's a teacher, to like play this song on the flute again. And, when the Pied Piper plays his flute, it calls rats. And so rats fall down. So I liked that. This show was like funnier than I thought it was going to be too. Like I found myself actually laughing at it a couple times, especially in the last episode. And I can't wait to get there so I can tell you about it. But the animation also great. Like I loved what they did with it. It was a nice kind of 2D style, almost like a layered sort of, I don't know how to describe it.
It reminded me a little bit of like, I don't know. That's hard to describe because it looks 2D.
When we watched, what was it with the Tangled, the series? It's kind of like that.
Oh yeah. To me, it felt like a mix of that and Ruby, that show by Rooster Teeth that we watched a long time ago.
True.
Because it's very two-dimensional, but there are aspects, especially with their faces when they talk, that look a little bit more 3D than everything else. So I don't know. It is a hard one to kind of pinpoint and describe like exactly what they're doing, but it was interesting, and the design of everything was good. I like that. I think there's sometimes that I think there's a few characters that I think my only qualm is the designs didn't give me any hints as to who they are, whereas a lot of them did and some of them didn't. So that part was kind of but overall looked nice.
Yeah, I didn't. That's why I couldn't really like call a lot of the characters if they didn't have really distinguishing marks. Like at least Maddie Hatter had the little hat on, so I could tell.
And she had the teapot in her
hand.
And
the teapot, of course. Yeah. So Raven Queen gets called into Baba Yaga's office, and I guess she's like the counselor or something. And
Baba Yaga, I guess.
And so Raven
Queen
is the daughter of the evil queen, because I guess the evil queen's last name is Queen. I don't know.
Yeah.
The reason that Raven's being called in there with the principal there as well, I guess that's the principal. Well, Headmaster Grimm. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's the headmaster, one of the Grimm brothers.
Right. And so like apparently she's a rebel, which isn't a bad thing in this show. It's just she's rebelling against the idea that she has to become evil like the evil queen is. So she's like rebelling against being bad, which is cool. And so in that, they're trying to convince her that she needs to be bad. Apple White is there and is like, they're kind of having an intervention for her, and Apple White's there like, hey, you spilled ink all over my gown the other day, and she's like, oh, I know, I'm so sorry, I said it, I apologize 1,000 times or whatever. And then she's like, yeah, but you shouldn't apologize because you're evil. That's the problem. Like, don't apologize, just be evil.
I like that the intervention is that she's not being evil enough,
right?
That's funny. I also really like, and I'm gonna get into her a little bit in the next episode, but Apple White, she's funny because she's just over the top ridiculous. Like, some of these characters are very much caricatures of the famous parent that they're based on. And Apple White is definitely one of those. And I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, her character was really funny. It's like, it's over the top, but not to the point that it's annoying. It's like charmingly over the top. And so there are some others there too. No one else really contributes to the whole like be evil thing. Maddie Hatter was tricked into coming thinking it was going to be a tea party, but Headmaster's like, I lied or whatever. And then who was the other one? Lizzie.
Oh, there was Briar. Something.
Briar Thorne, I guess.
Beauty?
Briar Beauty, maybe.
Beauty.
But she was like just trying to talk to people about the bungee jumping thing she had set up outside or something.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I guess
if we had watched the intro episodes, we could have figured out her character better.
Yeah, maybe she's just a rambunctious character. I'm not sure.
I guess so.
Yeah, that's all she cared about. Is she's just like, yo, I set up this bungee jump.
And Lizzie Hart
or is zip line or something.
Is the daughter of the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. So she's just like off with her head.
That's the one that made me laugh in this episode, where they're like, we haven't heard from Lizzie, and then she's off with their head and slices the card with her finger.
Yeah,
her fingernail, and that's all her only line through the whole thing, and that's hilarious.
That's all she needed. It was enough. And so
yeah, that was good.
Like then Raven gets mad, and like a wave of like dark energy like leaves her, and it turns the principal into a chicken, and he's like excited about it. He's like, yes, that's the kind of evil we're looking for. And then I laughed at the end where he was like, but how do I change back? I don't want to be a chicken man.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was a good way to close. I was like, it really got my hopes up after seeing this episode, because I was like, you know what? That was pretty good. I'm not hating this.
Yeah, I think it was a fun little introduction. And I think the thing that I struggle with this show that I want to be upfront about with now is I think that if I had known better about the layout of this show, about like the format and stuff, I think I would have opted for us to watch the compilations and stuff, just because I feel like we didn't get enough time to spend in the world to like understand the full scope of everything. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's fair. I think we got really good like snippets, but I don't feel like we got a full dosage of it, which may have been, I don't know if it caters better with the short episodes, and if we had watched too much of it, if it would have we would have grown tired of it, But I think that as it was perfectly serviceable, and I had no problems with it.
Yeah, I think it's a case of what we watched gave us some character studies, but we did not get a story. Like, I would not be able to tell you whatsoever what the story of this world is, or if there's any overarching plot or anything. Like, none of that really was hinted at.
No, none of that really comes through.
But we did get some good introductions to how some of these characters act, which, as far as that goes, those were great.
Yeah. And the next episode we watched was True Reflections, which was literally the next episode, season 1, episode 2, or chapter 1, episode 2. And this was the highest rated, where after accidentally hexing Apple's magic mirror, Raven tries, I'm not going to read these things because they tell the whole...
It tells you the whole thing.
They tell the whole thing. So let's just go into it. It starts with Apple singing to her mirror, her magic mirror, and then asking it, who's the fairest of them all, basically. And the mirror is complimentary. It's one of those things. It's like, you're the fairest in the school. And then she kind of walks out to go look for, I don't remember. She was going to borrow something from Briar, I think.
I think it was a hairbrush or something.
Yeah.
What I really like about this, and I talked about a little bit in the first one, is just that over exaggeration and caricature of like the parents that they're based on. So thinking about, like, I had to really dig deep and think about Snow White because I haven't seen it forever, like since I was a kid. I do remember Snow White, being that she's like the default Disney princess, right? She's like very sing-songy, and birds like dress her and stuff as she sings.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of that thing. So like Raven makes like that comment because Raven and Apple are roommates. She's just kind of like, hey, do you have to sing like every morning?
Yeah.
And when Apple comes back into the room, she's singing again. And it just that made me laugh because she's just constantly randomly singing, and she's just so bubbly and kind of, I don't want to say dumb, but a little bit.
She's like,
it's
ditzy.
just like, yeah, she's very ditzy. It's a fun quirk that they give her. And just the idea of that, like, I think they handled that really well with her and with lots of the other characters we saw.
And Raven, I really appreciate because she's very, out of all the characters who have like extreme personalities, she's very down to earth. And she's almost like an every person in this show.
Yes, she is.
She's like our commentary towards it.
Exactly. She's our every girl.
Yeah. What happens is Raven is trying to, like, after Apple leaves the room, Raven's trying to like add some curls to her hair or something with a spell. And so she's casting a spell towards the mirror to fix it. And some of her magic reflects off of her mirror and hits Apple's, turns it into like a rude mirror.
Yeah.
So Apple walks back in and asks about, whatever she had done to her hair. And it's just like, what do I think? And it then kind of,
it's like,
blows a raspberry
makes
at
like
her.
a fart noise.
Right, yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's when she has to go seek out a new mirror. And, Raven's just like feigning ignorant. She's like, I have no idea what happened. So she goes around looking for mirrors. Really, the bulk of this episode is her looking for new mirrors. And I liked a lot of these where she goes to Prince Charming to try to get a mirror. Whatever like Prince Charming's name is in this, I don't know.
I think is it Daring Charming, Darling Charm? I think Daring is the boy. I don't know.
Well, so she goes to him and he's just like, all right, well, hold on. Let me check myself out real quick. Just one last time. And he's just like, ooh, ah, ooh. And like, Raven's just like, you're never going to get that away from him. And she's just like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, my favorite scene out of these was when they run into Blondie Locks, who is standing in front of a wall with tons of different size mirrors on it. And she's so indecisive about which mirror she wants.
Yeah.
And I just think that's so funny because, again, it's like they take this quirk from the idea of Goldilocks, like going into the house and trying everything to find the one that's just right. So we've got Blondie Locks here trying to find the mirror that's just right, and she can't figure it out. And I thought that was good.
Yeah. And then I think, I don't know who else she went to. Maybe it was Briar and tried to get like a little mobile mirror. And she was just like, this is too
She's
small.
like, don't you have a bigger one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, like, they go back to the room or something, or they're walking back. She's really sad and depressed about it and says it's the worst thing that's ever happened to anybody, of course, being extreme. And then Raven finally confesses that she broke it. And she's like, oh, yeah, I know. You're supposed to be super evil, which kind of touches back on the first episode of her destiny. Yeah. And then she's like, but I know how you can make it up to me while we wait for a new mirror. And it cuts to the next scene of Raven holding up the mirror for her. And she's having to basically be like the magic mirror itself and comment on her looks like, oh, you're the fairest of all. And then she accidentally drops it on her foot or something because it's really heavy.
Yep.
And I like the interaction at the end there. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I think the idea that Apple wants Raven to be evil is hilarious. I think that is such a fun way to use those characters and stuff. Because, I mean, on the surface, you and I were just under the assumption that a character like Raven, okay, well, that's got to be the antagonist. But it's 100% wrong. She is more the protagonist of everything. And I just like the idea of how playful they got with the juxtaposition of their parents' stories shaping those personalities and stuff. It was so well done as far as that goes.
Yeah, in that way, it really exceeded my expectations because I came in thinking it was going to be very basic and very very in line with what you would think, but they really circumvented that, and I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
last episode we watched for today's show was Baking and Entering, season 3, episode 7, which was your pick. Why'd you pick this one?
Yeah. So I looked at the description of some of these, and I just saw that there was a group of the characters and that they ran into several other characters. I just saw like the names of some of the other characters, like Miss Muffet and stuff. I'm like, okay, that sounds like it could be kind of funny. So let's check that one out. So that's literally the only reason I chose it.
I'm glad you did, though, because this one had the funniest line to me, and I'll talk about it when we get there. But Blondie Locks and a few other girls whose names didn't come up, so I don't know which ones they were exactly.
So I looked them up so that we would know for sure.
Okay.
So Blondie Locks, we obviously know who that was. The pink one with the wings, that was Cupid.
Okay.
CA Cupid, but
so
I think
she's from Monster High.
Yeah. The other two are Poppy and Ashlyn, but I don't know which one is which.
Yeah.
Because they didn't say. But it would be Poppy, what is it? Poppy O'Hare?
Descendant of Captain Bucky O'Hare, right?
Yeah, Captain Bucky O'Hare. You'll hear all about that later. And then the other one was the descendant of Cinderella. But like I said, I don't know which one's which.
Yeah. That doesn't matter, though, because they don't really have big parts in this episode.
No, they don't. They're just there.
So as they're walking through this dark forest on whatever quest they're on, they find a gingerbread house. Like, they get hungry and they find a gingerbread house. And they go inside this one, Blondie Locks breaks into it. She has just like, I don't know, she's really good at picking locks, I guess, which is great.
Yeah.
And when they go inside, they see the descendants of Hansel and Gretel, whose names I also don't know.
I just remember the last names are Crumb.
Okay.
But that's all I remember.
Yeah. And so they go in there to get some food, and they're just like, no, find your own gingerbread house.
They're chowing
down. Yeah. Getting fattened up.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
This part I really like too, where they go to Miss Muffet's frozen yogurt bar.
It was a frozen yo-curd bar.
Oh, really? Okay. Yo-curd bar.
Because curds and whey.
Ah.
Yo-curd.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then
frozen
as they're
yogurt.
doing it, a spider descends from the ceiling and scares them off.
The spider is funny.
Yeah. He's like, I just wanted to tell him about the free web access. Aw. Yeah, right.
Oh, man.
But no, it was...
Get it, guys?
As dumb as it sounds, like that was pretty funny, actually, in the moment. So Blondie Locks takes them to the Three Bears house, and she's just like, oh, these guys love me. Like, it's okay. We'll go inside. She knocks, and then we see inside of the Three Bears house, and they're just like, oh, God, it's Blondie Locks. What do we do? It's like, well, just ignore her. Maybe she'll go away.
Of course not. She breaks into that.
She breaks in again. And then they're like, oh, hey. And the funniest part to me was after she's like, hey, can we have some of your porridge? And she's like, oh, the mom's like, yeah, we always have porridge. And the dad, this is the best part. The dad was like, and I suppose offering it up to a girl who broke into our house would be the polite thing to do. That was pretty good.
Oh, God. That was really good. I love that a lot. I love the idea that Blondie Locks is constantly breaking into houses and stuff. That's just funny. I mean, that's just really good.
Of
writing.
all the things to pick from the Goldilocks character, that was a really funny one. She's just breaking into houses. That's just what she does.
And I also love how passive the Bear family was, well, at least the mom and dad.
Well,
because that reminded me so much of like where I live right now. Is that everybody is just so, if they are aggressive at all, it's only passive aggressiveness. Like, yeah, everyone's just so nice and polite to you, even if like they really are unhappy with what you're doing. They're just like, oh, yeah, sure, we'll get you some porridge. And I was just like, wow, I lived this.
But I loved, the dad's reaction. And then the baby bear was the best part, too, because he's just like, that's enough already. Like, she broke.
He's so mad.
She already broke my bed and my chair, and I can't take it anymore. Like, he's furious. His eyes are like bloodshot. He's just enraged.
He's about to go feral and murder those children.
Gonna make them the porridge. Yeah.
That was great.
So they get kicked out, and Blondie Locks is just like completely oblivious to it. She's like, oh, you should just let me do all the talking. I'm telling you, those bears really love me. So again, has no idea that she's not wanted there. And then there was someone spying on them the whole time. And we see that person also on top of that gingerbread house, but I don't know who that was. Was that gingerbread house, maybe?
No, that was I can't remember the name once again, but I do know that it's supposed to be the descendant of Thumbelina.
Oh, okay.
Why she was the same size as everyone else, I don't know.
Huh.
But that is who it's supposed to be. And I only know that because when I was trying to find the description of this episode to figure out who all the girls were in it, the description of this episode itself didn't even say it for some reason. But the one before that mentioned who they all were. And this character is stalking them for some sort of revenge. And that's as much as I know.
Huh.
So there is some kind of overarching story. We just haven't gotten any of it.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you like what I had read on it. So a lot of the stories are about the students' regular interactions as teens, which we see, like romances and stuff like that. But there's also an underlying story arc where, according to the headmaster, if the students do not follow their individual destinies, then their stories will cease to exist and they will disappear forever.
Oh.
I'm assuming that that's not going to be the case, and someone will disprove that, Raven probably, and then they'll all be able to choose their own destinies. That's my assumption based on how these things usually go. But because I don't think it's going to be like, oh, well, Headmaster was right. We all disappeared because we didn't want to follow in our parents' footsteps.
Raven's gone forever.
Yep. Well, Chris, seems like it's about time we send our inner kids to visit the fantasy kingdom and define their own destiny as rebel podcasters, then see what they thought of their experience at Ever After High.
This cartoon was full of really cute girls and magic, and even though all they did was look for mirrors or break into houses, it was still really fun. So I gave this cartoon 4 bowls of not quite evil queen cereal out of 5.
I came into this show with a lot of misgivings, worried that on a scale of Bratz to Monster High, it would lean more towards the Bratz end. And for anyone who missed the episode about that show, it was pretty bad. Fortunately, I was very wrong. While the webisodes themselves were quite brief and the character names a little silly, the show does present positive moral lessons for kids and was surprisingly funny. It's still absolutely geared towards young girls, of course, but I found it quite enjoyable and think it's a show that parents wouldn't mind watching with their kids to help break down the messages within. Overall, I'd give Ever After High 4.5 big bowls of unnecessarily polite porridge out of 5 and think it's definitely worth a shot, especially if you enjoyed Monster High. Nice work, Mattel.
Who would have thought that like Mattel would be making cartoons, based on dolls that like mid 30-year-old dudes are like, yeah, man, this is awesome.
I feel like this. I feel like this makes us like
what happened?
Borderline bronies in a way, but not pony related in any way.
Yeah, but like I don't know, like maybe it just means that like we would make really good dads if we had like little girls. That's the headcanon I'm gonna go with. Is it just means that I'm gonna be a really good dad, and that it's not that I'm very weird.
I have been forced to watch some of these things with my nieces now and then, so
there you go.
It probably ties into that.
You'd be a good uncle. Yeah. You're doing it for them. I mean,
that's why I'm doing it. No, but really, like, I feel like on their own merits, these shows are pretty quality for what they are. It's not like they're geared toward us at all in any way, nor should they be really, but they're also not like, they're not appalling in a way that certain shows are. It's very direct about what it's trying to do. It has a lot of comical, like slapstick that are geared towards kids. But underneath all of that, there's these good messages. In this one, for instance, like, don't be afraid to pave your own path. It's okay to do that. And it's also okay to, I'm assuming, follow in your parents' footsteps if you want to. Really, the choice is yours. And I like that as an underlying message.
Yeah, that's a very astute observation to make there. I like that. It's good. There's a possibility I would have rated this higher had I been able to watch more of it. The reason that it got a 4 from me and no higher is basically because I mean everything we watched was great. Like I don't have any problems with it other than sometimes it's hard to tell what character is what without having seen the rest of it. But it's the just going from the standpoint of we only do 3 episodes and that's how everything is judged. It's like you have 3 episodes to give us an impression. And within those 3 episodes, they did everything right aside from establish an overarching story that was obvious to me. So that's one of those things where I'm like, I kind of wish we had watched the compilations. And I probably would have said this gets a 5 if we had watched that and it had been on par with just these short ones we watched. That said, I honestly do want to watch more of it, and I'm going to because I want to know more about it. I want to know who some of these characters are, and some of it's just funny. So, I mean, it's not like it takes a lot of your time to watch one here and there because they're like 2-minute episodes in some cases. So there's no reason for me not to watch more. So if I do get to watch some more before the next episode, then I may have a changed rating going into the next one, but we'll see.
I didn't have any problems with it. I gave it a 4.5 because it's like I'm giving it room to have, errors that I may not have noticed. I don't know how the storylines lay out exactly. From what we watched, like you said, maybe we just picked like 3 really good episodes, and that's why we got such a positive representation of it. Maybe there are worse ones, or maybe there are better ones for all I know. But yeah, I agree with you. Like, I wouldn't mind watching a few more, or at least one of the compiled episodes, just to get a full feeling of what a story arc is like in this.
Yeah, same. And like I know you said that there's a movie too. I would not be opposed to watching that one of these days for sure.
You know what? I'm going to ask my nieces like how they feel about it, because I know one of my older niece, she was a big fan of Monster High, and I actually bought her a couple of the dolls after I had seen the show because I was like, ooh, now I'm excited because I know what these are.
Yeah, now you're the cool uncle who can actually like talk to her about like the things that she likes. You're like, hey, Laguna Blue, right? Like that's the best character.
So I'll get her opinion on it and see what she thinks.
Yeah, do that and report back. And I'm gonna try to watch one of the compiled episodes and report back as well.
Nice.
So before we get into a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, we're gonna jump into the game that I forced Joseph to play. Now remember, I woke him up out of a nap specifically to do this. So fun ensues. And this is before we watched any of this, so we didn't know any of the characters or anything. This is literally me looking at a list of characters on Wikipedia and who their famous parent was. And that's it. So we were going into this game very blind, and it was a lot of fun. So here you go.
Hi, everybody. So I thought it would be really fun to play a little game with Joseph here before we actually watched the series Ever After High. All of the main characters here are descended from somebody out of fairy tales and fables and things like that. So I'm going to read a name and you tell me who the famous parent is. And for those of you listening, you can play along with. Y'all can guess who the famous parent is and see if you can get it before Joseph does. That's the first part of the game. The second part of the game is I'm going to name who some of the faculty members are, and I want you to guess what they teach. All right, let's go. So first off, the first name here is Apple White. Who is her famous parent?
It's got to be Snow White.
Correct.
Wait, but why though would she name her Apple? Because Apple, it seems like she would have kind of a bad... she had a bad experience with apples previously. I don't know. Anyway, go on.
I appreciate that you're looking into the the thought that went into naming these characters, because we're going to be doing a little more of that. The next character is Alistair Wonderland.
All right. I mean, I would think Alice, but her last name's not Wonderland.
Yeah.
Is it?
It is now.
That's okay. So now I know to have zero expectations of it making sense. It just needs to sound kind of like some of the name. Okay.
Yeah, that might give you a little bit of an up. Blondie Locks.
All right, Goldilocks.
How'd you get that one?
I say it so disappointedly. Okay.
Here's a stumper for you. Bunny Blanc.
Is it the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland?
Nice. Good job.
Oh, is that what it was for real?
Yeah.
Then I have questions, but go on.
Okay. Dexter Charming.
But his name wasn't Prince Charming. Okay. All right.
Well, it's now King Charming, but yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Jeez. Here's a pair of siblings for you. Holly and Poppy O'Hare.
Obviously, descendants of Captain Bucky O'Hare from Captain Bucky O'Hare.
Yeah, that green rabbit and all those.
Yeah, the Green Rabbit, Captain Bucky O'Hare.
My favorite Grimm's fairy tale was when they wrote about that space age anthropomorphic rabbit, Bucky O'Hare. For sure.
It was ahead of its time.
It was. It is. It remains my favorite. It's always been.
I don't know. Probably another Alice in Wonderland rabbit thing.
It is not an Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, where are there rabbits otherwise?
Don't think about rabbit when we say O'Hare.
Is it about hair?
You're on the right track.
Wait, is it Rapunzel?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Here's one that I had never heard of. So I won't be surprised if you don't get this, but maybe you'll surprise me. Justine Dancer.
Justine Dance?
Yeah, Justine Dancer, like you're dancing.
It's not
Dancer.
Elton John's.
No.
Okay.
And it's also not the reindeer, not Santa's reindeer.
No, okay. Fair. No, I don't know then.
She is the daughter of the 12th dancing princess.
From,
I don't know, the 12 dancing princesses.
oh, perfect. Okay, yeah. No idea.
That's a thing. I guess the 12
right.
dancing princesses. There we go. This is a good one. Michelle Mermaid.
Okay, so it's got to be from The Little Mermaid, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I can hear the pain in your voice.
Yeah, I just
man.
I just feel like I wish they'd tried a little bit harder, but I don't know. I haven't seen the show yet, so I don't want to prejudge, but this is making me prejudge a little bit.
This one is a little different than the others. I'll explain why in a minute. C.A. Cupid.
I don't know. How's it different? What is it from?
So this is actually from a myth instead of a like folklore, things like some of the other ones. So this is the daughter of Eros, the god of love from Mount Olympus, basically Cupid.
Yeah.
But here's the interesting thing. This is a character from Monster High. They transferred to Ever After High.
Like actually transferred? Like same character?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
does that give you a little bit more interest in the show now?
Oh, well, only because of that character. We'll see.
Here's a really good one. This is my favorite one. I think out of all of them. Nope. Second favorite. Cedar Wood.
Cedar Wood?
Yep.
When the only thing I can think when I think of wood off the top of my head is like Pinocchio.
Correct.
Or is it really?
Yeah, Pinocchio. This is the daughter of Pinocchio.
Okay.
Cerise Hood.
Robin Hood's daughter?
Nope. You're on the right
know.
track, but try again.
Try again?
Yeah. Think about that name real hard.
I don't know.
This person is going to visit grandmother.
Oh, Little Red Riding Hood. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I was thinking of the huntsman from Little Red Riding Hood, but I could not think of the name of Little Red Riding Hood. I was thinking of the wolf, who's the grandmother. I was thinking of the huntsman, but I couldn't remember that tale. So I was there. I just could not think of the name. Okay.
Yeah. Because, her Little Red Riding Hood, I guess her last name really is Hood. I don't know. And is her name Little Red?
Little Red.
Little Red.
Middle name Riding?
I guess. I'm really glad you brought up your point a second ago. So who do you think the famous parent of Hunter Huntsman is?
Is Hunter Huntsman?
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be the huntsman from Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, and he's supposed to also be the same huntsman from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That I didn't.
Oh,
I don't remember there being one, but yeah.
all right.
There you go.
Okay.
We've arrived to my favorite one though. This character's name is Ginger Breadhouse.
The name is Gingerbread House.
Yeah.
Like last name Breadhouse, no space.
Yes. Right.
Oh, okay. So it's Gingerbread Man's daughter.
No. Try again though. I mean, you're kind of on the right track.
The witch who built the candy? Or wait, hold on. Hansel and Gretel's daughter?
Nope.
Or
but
wait,
you're so
the
close.
witch who built the house? I don't know.
Yeah, it's the witch.
Gingerbread house. Okay, now I just think I'm kind of finding it comical in a way, so I'm hoping that it translates over and they're not taking themselves too seriously in this show, because with names like that, I'm like, okay, now I know. Now it's like they're trying to not try, I guess. Like it's intentional. Intentionally
it's gotta
bad.
be. It has to be.
Has to be.
Madeline Hatter.
Wow. Okay. Mad Hatter. No, they're not even trying. Okay.
Melody Piper. Think
Nope,
real
I
hard
don't
on
know.
that name. You don't know? Oh goodness. This is the daughter of the Pied Piper.
Oh, okay.
And in this iteration,
Jeez.
she's a DJ.
Oh, of course. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sparrow Hood.
Also Little Red Riding Hood?
Nope.
Robin Hood?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
get it?
it's
Because
a bird
Robin is a
also.
bird and Sparrow's a bird.
Yup.
Jeez.
Man. Whew.
Okay.
All right.
Two cousins, Gus and Helga Crumb.
I don't know. Whose last name is Crumb?
Don't worry about the last name, like as the character. Think about like where crumbs may have a significant role to play.
I don't know.
Gus and Helga Crumb are the children of the siblings Hansel and Gretel.
Like, I feel like they're overusing some of those franchises. Like, if they're going to have, like, Gingerbread House and the Crumbs, it's like, come on. Your mom tried to eat these kids. So,
That's
I don't
true.
know. Go on. There's history there.
Yeah, it creates, some high school drama.
I guess.
Which is perfect. So we're going to move on to the second part here, and this won't be nearly as long as the first part, but this is where you're going to guess the role of some of the faculty members here at Ever After High. The headmaster of Ever After High is Milton Grimm, and his brother Giles Grimm, I think is there somewhere doing stuff. I'm not sure, but they do employ some really interesting characters. So what do you think is the subject of the teacher known as Mr. Bad Wolf?
Jim.
No.
Oh.
Try one more guess.
Mr. Bad Wolf. I don't know.
He teaches home evilnomics.
Jeez. All right. So these aren't... I shouldn't even expect real subjects anymore. All right.
How about Professor Pied Piper?
I don't know. I'm at a loss. Like, the last one really threw me.
This one makes a little bit more sense. I can tell you that as a hint.
Music?
Yeah, but it's music.
Like Muse?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is a pretty good one. I'm excited to see this this teacher in action. Coach Gingerbread Man.
Okay, that has to be Jim, right?
You were very close. It's actually pronounced gymnastics.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Is it an action? Are these also human characters, or is that an actual gingerbread man?
That one I have no idea. I hope it's an actual gingerbread man, but I don't know.
And I hope Mr. Bad Wolf is actually a werewolf.
Oh, he's a wolf.
Or
yeah.
a wolf, go on.
Yeah. How about the White Queen? This is the White Queen of Wonderland, not the X-Men.
Right. Leadership, debate. I don't know. What does she teach?
Those are, I like that you said that, because I think that those are some good qualities. Those are things, especially like, a female teacher, it would be a very powerful thing for her to be teaching leadership and, things like that. But she teaches princessology.
Oh, I knew I had to do something with royalty, but I didn't know how to word it. And I would not have said princessology. I'll tell you that.
We have a married couple, at least I think they're married, that work there. We got Professor Mama Bear and Professor Papa Bear. What do you think Professor Mama Bear teaches?
I'm going to go back to cooking.
It might be included in there because she teaches home economics.
Economics?
Yep.
So they have home evilnomics and home economics.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. All right. Pulling from the same well there. Go on.
Okay, this is the final one. Professor Papa Bear. What do you think Professor Papa Bear teaches?
Oh. I have no guesses. I'm at a loss for words.
That's for the best, because there's no way you're going to get that he's the professor of beast training.
Man.
So what do you think of these naming conventions? What are your overall thoughts?
I'm disappointed in them, but I don't know. I'm willing to give this show a chance, but I'm not caring for the choices and the names or the classes at all. So I'm going in with the chip on my shoulder now.
What was your favorite name of all these characters?
I'm going to say the one that's going to stick with me probably forever is Gingerbread House. Because it's so on the nose. That's the most ridiculous one.
That one is by far my favorite one, for sure. I love it.
Easily.
So then I got to thinking about what if we had descendants in this world, because using the naming conventions. So if your name is Joseph Lambert, I would assume that you would probably have a daughter named Josephina Sheep.
Right. Yeah. Or lion, because I know that Lambert is like a lion in I think a Bible tale or something.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's pretty cool. That's much cooler than a sheep. So since my last name is Coney, it could go one of two ways, but the way I want to go with, it's going to be Krista Chili Dog.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I could also, go the rabbit route and go that way because that's what they're called over there. But no, we're going to go with Chili Dog. So there we go.
Yeah, you kind of have to. Or you could go like Krista Carousel for Coney Island.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. I like it. Krista Carousel. How do you feel about life in general right now after doing this?
Well, I just woke up from a nap to record this, and now I'm probably going to go back, take another nap just to get over this.
Well, I thank you for doing this. It was really fun for me, and I hope our listeners had a fun time listening to it as well.
That makes one of us.
Wasn't that fun?
What a journey.
What a journey we've taken today. Before we do go, there is a 5-star review with a comment on Apple Podcasts. I did want to read real quick. This 5 stars comes from L. Edlo Brown. I don't know. L. Edlo Brown. We'll say that.
Okay.
From L. Edlo Brown. They say, fun show. Love to hear their opinions and reviews. I enjoy the positivity, but some of the best reviews are when they get a mediocre show and go in on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. Those are some of our favorite ones. Yeah, I like those ones. I like when we get really bad shows or shows that have some very obvious problems, because then it's just like, it's like someone just laid down a little plate full of all kinds of things for me to pick at. And it was just like, do your thing, Chris. Do it. Break someone's spirit with this. I'm like, all right.
I always enjoy the episodes where we get to watch really old shows that haven't aged well at all, and then we can just kind of pick them apart.
Yeah, those are great. Especially like when they have a line that you're like, what did they mean by this? Like, I'm never going to forget, I've got to go to the lab.
Oh, I was just thinking that from Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm never going to forget that line and how inappropriate it seemed. And like, I don't know how they could have used it any other way, but it is what it is.
I will always reflect back to Mask, where it's like the little kid who is almost seemingly drunk.
Oh, that little drunk sounding kid. Yeah.
Do you know how to drive a truck? No. Great. Hop in.
You drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good stuff. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Classic us, Saw Boss.
Classic Saw Boss. Ooh, haven't done that one for a while.
So thank you, ArtzyOpal, for suggesting this. We had misgivings, but we were wrong about it, and I'm, happy to admit that.
It was a lot of fun. So I understand why this got voted to the top of the list now, because it was quite a mystery to us last episode. So I get it. I really do get it. They've got a pretty good thing going here.
Well, listeners, looks like our milk supply is now run dry, so it's time for us to say goodbye. And in 2 weeks, we'll be watching
Thundercats, suggested via Facebook by William Holland, via Apple Podcast by Indigo Platypus, and via Instagram by Habanero Prescott.
A couple of things. Okay, first of all, I thought I heard you say Thundercats, like with an F.
Yeah, Thundercats.
Okay, second of all, is this Thundercats the original series, Thundercats the 2000-something series, or Thundercats the new one?
This is Thundercats the original series.
OG Thundercats, okay.
Thunder, OG Thundercats, oh, snarf.
That's like if he dropped the Sword of Omens and was like, oh, geez, not again.
So I don't want any children to do this. If you're a young kid, don't do this. If you are able to handle mature content, I would like you to Google or YouTube search Thundercats outtakes, because they are hilarious. It's the original voice cast of Thundercats, and some of the things you hear them say is so funny. Oh my gosh. I mean, you're going to be hearing some language fly out of the mouths of people like Lion-O and Mum-Ra. It's pretty good.
I feel like next episode, we're going to be hearing a lot of your snarf.
Probably.
It makes me laugh every time, so I hope we do.
I love it. I'm so excited. I am so excited for this one.
I am too. I haven't watched, Thundercats in a long time, so this will be fun to step back into it.
Yeah, I'm very excited, and I'll be warming up those vocal cords. See as many voices as I can do. The Thundercat voices are kind of my wheelhouse. Like, that's sort of where my voice goes, is where a lot of those guys are.
I'm looking forward to it. And once again, I'm Joseph.
And I'm Snarf. I'm Chris.
And we'll see you in 2 Saturdays.
Presented by Nerdsloth,
a place for lazy nerds.
If you like what you heard, consider donating at patreon.com/nerdsloth so we can continue bringing you quality shows. Be sure to also leave us a review and share your favorite episodes and clips on social media. If you're looking for more content, visit us at nerdsloth.com.